See, I got 3 boys, right? And I don't have any girls yet. I still plan on having more children. Hopefully it's a girl, you know. But as long as it's a healthy baby. But, you know, as a parent, as a father, and I'm a hands-on father. If you watch my Instagram, you see how hands-on I'm with my children all the time. I take them everywhere. You feel me? I take my children everywhere with me. I'm a hands-on father. I don't miss nothing. I see everything. But, you know, listening to this interview on Star, from the Star in the Morning channel, which is now removed, as you can see. This video, the interview he did yesterday, is no longer there. So Charlamagne is already doing damage control, and rightfully so. He has to protect his image, right? But, you know, I heard the interview, and I'm listening to it. The accuser, which her name is, I believe it's Jessica, and she was allegedly raped at the age of 15 back in 2001. Charlamagne the God was around 22 years old at the time of that rape. Charlamagne is now 40. This young lady is now 32. All right. So when I heard the story, and, you know, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say, yeah, she was raped. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And, you know, as far as Charlamagne, I know Charlamagne has talked about this before on his book and other previous interviews, but we never heard the side of the story from the accuser, as far as to my knowledge. I've never heard this young lady speak out in public. But immediately when I heard her tell her story, and, you know, I said, okay, you 15 years old, and obviously women mature faster than, I should say, girls mature faster than boys, way faster. So a 15-year-old can look like they're in their 20s, okay, as opposed to a 15-year-old boy who's going to look like he's 15 or lesser, right? So maturity is on the side of girls, not boys. But, you know, hearing her story, and I still think there's some things that are missing in her story, but hearing her story and her allowing to be around a grown man who's in his 20s, that was questionable. That was questionable, just totally questionable. When I heard that, I was like, okay, so nobody questioned the fact that you're hanging out with a 22-year-old grown man and you're being taken out somewhere. You know, when you're around 15 years old in the teenagers, you're going to do things that you want to do you want to do things that you can't do because you're too young, like drink, party, and, you know, go out to clubs and stuff like that, if you can do that. But, you know, around that age, well, for me personally, you know, if I'm doing that, when I was doing that around people my age, around high school students, not grown people. I was never hanging around people in their 20s going somewhere. Wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, just again, it just led to me questioning this young lady's parents, or whoever is the guardian of this young lady, as to why she was allowed to be around a grown man at 15 years old. Why? 22-year-old man, what interests do they have in common? Right? 22-year-old man and 15-year-old girl. What interests do they have? So, you know, that led to me, that led to me thinking, you know, how do we need to protect our children, our black children, from these predators? And how can we make sure that we don't raise predators? Right? Because allegedly, of course, you know, Charlamagne is accused of raping this young lady. So he's a predator, allegedly. So my question is, how did Charlamagne become a predator, a creep, whatever the case may be? And why was this young lady allowed to hang around a 22-year-old alleged predator? Why wasn't she protected? Why was she not allowed to go out with this grown man? Why couldn't she hang around with someone 16, 17 years old that went to the same school? And you met the young boy's parents, right? That's my line of thinking. Okay, does this boy go to the same school as you? Okay, let me meet his parents. Okay, that kind of thing. That's what I would do as a parent. And so raising young boys, of course, like I said, boys don't mature as fast as girls. So when I do have a girl eventually, you damn straight, she ain't gonna be hanging around with no 22-year-old or 20-something-year-old boy when she's 15. Ain't no way that's gonna happen. Not at all. Not at all. And on the flip side of that, when Charlamagne is accused of being a predator, how did he become one? Is it something that he saw growing up in his household? Because we live in a rape culture, did he see something like that growing up in his household? Because again, the society that we live in, right? And because if you're classified as black or African American, you have been pigeonholed into a system that is dominated by white supremacy. So what I'm saying is that the environments that you live in now are conducive to the environments that were created and controlled by the dominant white society. So when you live in impoverished environments, when you live in, economically deprived areas, impoverished communities, right, you're going to see negative things at a rapid rate, right? And that's just common around cities that are populated by people classified as black. You're gonna see negative things at a more rapid rate, right? And that's a part of epigenetics, your surroundings and how you were brought up. So I don't know if he saw something like that growing up. I didn't get a chance to read Charlamagne's book that came out, but maybe he did talk about that. But that's learned behavior is my point. My point is that when you allegedly are accused of raping someone, that's learned behavior. You saw that growing up somewhere. You saw that around your household. And so that's a cycle that needs to be broken. That's created within these environments that black people live in because of the negative effects of living in impoverished or just environments that are conducive and highly toxic to rape culture, etc. Right? So, yeah, those are my quick thoughts about the interview, man. I just said, we got to protect our children better. We got to make better judgments around who they hang around with. When you are a teenager, you're going to do things, that you wish you can do, as an adult, but you're a teenager. We know this, but we have to do a better job protecting our children, man. This young lady is now scarred based off her interview. She's been scarred for life regarding this. She has to go through therapy and a lot of different things psychologically to get through this. She says she didn't want money. It's not about money, is what she said. If Star asked her a question about if Charlamagne asked her to take a deal, would she take it? She said she doesn't want the money. She just wants her voice to be heard, and that's it. All right, that's cool. I mean, we live in a rape culture, but also the Me Too movement. Will we hear about any other accusers coming out the woodworks, like a Bill Cosby? Is this a start of the end for Charlamagne the God? Will more people come out? I'm not sure. But again, this kind of behavior is learned. This is due to our environments that were created, where these negative and toxic type of behavior affects our upbringing, which is by epigenetics, right? So anyway, those are my quick thoughts about this Charlamagne the God Accuser Jessica speaking out on Star's interview yesterday, which is now taken down. So those are my quick thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this this accuser. Do you believe her? Do you not? Do you take the side of Charlamagne? Are you neutral? Let me know in the comment section down below, family. Till next time, make sure you follow me on social media at GMOGMediaTV. All links are down below in the description. Until next time, family, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out.